Hello lovely people, I'm back on your screens again and my name is Miss Summah. So thank you for watching my videos, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. So on all my social media platforms is Miss Summah, and I urge you to please again like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Miss Summah. And thank you, I really appreciate it. The love is massive. Okay, so in my previous video we spoke about, it was an introduction video actually, and I said earlier that my main focus or my main aim for creating this YouTube channel was to speak about experiences and what I have learned from it and how this can go a long way to help others. So there are a number of people out there that are going through I've gone through or are still going through quite a number of things that I have come across or I have experienced, and I think if I share what I know and how I found my way out of it, it will go a long way to help a number of them. I want to believe so, because it has always been in thoughts that whatever you go through is a lesson for someone. It's a lesson to help someone out of their own situation. So yes, we're talking about childhood today, and I always say that if anything is affecting you today or our future is as a result of what happened in our past. So childhood wasn't, I wouldn't say childhood was rough. It wasn't easy, it wasn't blissful, it wasn't rough, it wasn't ugly, it was all put together, everything in between. And some of the things that I think has gone a long way to affect me and I've learned from was the fact that I lacked confidence at childhood. So narrowing it to where it all started, I grew up in a setting where I didn't even know myself at the time. And I realized that at some points I couldn't speak, even though I needed to say that this wasn't right, this wasn't good, this wasn't fair. I needed to stand for myself and play the defense card, be defensive at some point when I needed to be defensive. And I asked myself why. Because all my colleagues can do that, all my friends can defend themselves. If you do something and it's not right, they tell you to you, this is not right, and they defend themselves. If it gets to the point where they have to, be feisty with you, they do that. So why is it that I always like consume it and try to keep quiet and rather cry on the outside? So I realized that everything boils down to what you are introduced to as a child. Because as a child you're naive, you're innocent, you don't know what's going on. So your first family teaches you what they know. And this is not a point where you get to blame your parents or you get to blame your guardians or anything. It's not even their fault in the first place. I feel what they know is what they teach you. But I blame society massively, because society has imposed on us the responsibility of always keeping mute because you're the child. And when it's time for you to defend yourself because this is wrong, or this thing that is happening to me, this thing that is being imposed on me is wrong, you don't get to do that because that's what society wants. You don't want people calling you names or tagging you as a black sheep or giving you, those uncalled for or names that aren't so pleasant. Everybody wants to be in the good books of others. So basically, children want to also be in the good books of others. That's why we yearn for love when we are very young. So in a bit to be loved, we tend to do what society wants, and one of them is keeping quiet and playing the mute card, which to me is wrong, because if a child is introduced to being quiet when he or she has to defend themselves, it affects their future. Why do I say that? Find yourself in the worst situation and you can't defend yourself, and you know how it feels like. I don't even wish this for anybody. So please and please again, if you're a parent and you're watching my video, please make it a point to make your child your friend. Teach the child how to be confident. First of all, speak when you have to speak. If the child is speaking and then probably saying it in the wrong way, you can tell them, okay, you're saying the right thing, but you're saying it in the wrong way. How about you do it this way? Then we know that we are being collective here, we can find a solution to it. But if you always shut the child up when they need to start talking, it affects their future. Actually, you're not doing good to them, you're not doing right by them, because children need to speak. They need to know that when it's wrong, it's wrong, when it's right, and you need to say it when it's wrong. The same way children yearn for love, they wish that people listen to them. So don't tell them that keep quiet because adults are talking. No, that's where you find ourselves. We find ourselves in a setting where when adults are talking and when you're doing anything with an adult, or when this has to do with an adult, the adult is always right. But no, when the adult is wrong, we are not saying that you should be always right. When you're wrong, please and please again, don't impose the wrong on me, the child, because you're disrupting my confidence. You are killing me mentally. You are destroying me gradually. Sometimes we find our colleagues where they can stand up to whoever, but then you find yourself not being able to stand up to anybody, and then that puts question on you. It even brings this doubt: what's so different about me? Why can't I do what my colleagues are doing? You begin to think too much. You're a child. Children are overthinkers. You think too much. So whilst thinking too much, lots of ideas come into your mind. Doubts, insecurity, everything. Then when you find yourself amidst these people that can stand up for themselves, you feel you're not even worthy of their presence. That's what happens to children. It breaks you. It breaks the vulnerability in you. It breaks the naivety in you. It makes you question your wholeness. So you feel you're not good enough, but meanwhile you're way more than enough. So please and please again, parents, guardians, teachers, society as a whole, please let's try our very best to listen to children. If you think the child is saying it the wrong way, yes, you have the right to tell them that let's do it this way. But rather let it be a communication. Don't break them because you want the child to conform. Conformity is not by breaking. If you want them to conform, teach them the right thing. If you're wrong, please own up to it and say you're wrong. That way the child learns to own up when he or she is wrong. Thank you very much for watching this section of my video. See you in my next video, and thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. See you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.